The satisfying thud of stone meeting fresh mortar rang out like music. Across the street, Cheryl stood frozen jaw, flapping like a fish out of water, as the crew laid the final line of pavers across what had once been her personal parking spot. I leaned back in my porch chair, coffee in hand, relishing the stunned silence. When the foreman finally said they were done, Cheryl let out a high-pitched screech so sharp, I'm surprised it didn't set off a car alarm. But this time, I wasn't the one in trouble. Just 6 months earlier, I'd bought my first home in Pine Hollow Grove. It was peaceful, tree-lined, and looked like something out of a real estate brochure. I knew there was an HOA, figured it meant mowing your lawn and not painting your house. Neon green, but I was wrong. Enter Cheryl Wexler, self-appointed empress of Arldack Lane. She welcomed me with a 48-page laminated HOA rule book and a smile that looked like it was stapled on. We believe in consistency here, she said. I thanked her and got back to unpacking, unaware I'd just been marked as her next project. It started small. 2 weeks in, I came home to find a tan sedan parked square in my driveway. Not beside it. In it, I left a polite note. Turns out it belonged to one of Cheryl's knitting buddies. That evening, she knocked on my door like I'd insulted her ancestors and informed me, slowly, like I was 5, that the previous owner never minded. Well, I do, I said. She gave me that robotic smile and told me to be a better neighbor. From then on, my driveway became ground zero for wine nights, tarot readings, and gossip parties. I left notes. I spoke to her directly. I even tried small rope dividers. She smiled, nodded, promised to handle it, then ignored me completely. Eventually, she filed a complaint with the HOA claiming I was creating conflict. And wouldn't you know it, Cheryl and her clique controlled the board. I got a warning letter. Meanwhile, every complaint I filed was brushed aside like dust. My rope divider was sliced clean in the night. A private property sign vanished in a day. At the next HOA meeting, Cheryl gave a heartfelt speech about community and how certain people, staring right at me, just didn't fit in. Then came the tipping point. One rainy Thursday after a 12-hour shift, I came home to 3 cars stuffed in my driveway, one blocking my garage. I leaned on the horn. Cheryl shuffled out in slippers, wine glass in hand, and had the nerve to yell that I was disturbing the peace. I told her to call the cops. That night, soaked and fuming, I sat down and did what she never expected. I read the HOA charter, the city codes, the zoning permits, buried in the fine print. I found my ace. The HOA required off-street parking, but nowhere did it say I had to maintain a driveway. My garage fulfilled the legal requirement. That concrete slab Cheryl used like a personal valet pad? Optional. The next week, I pulled permits to convert the driveway into a private brick courtyard. The city clerk actually laughed. That's one way to end a parking dispute, he said. I hired a top-tier landscaping crew. Monday morning, trucks rolled in bright and early. Cheryl was watching before the engines shut off. She came marching over mid-morning in yoga pants and fury. I handed her a copy of the permits. Calmly explained it was all legal. She lost it. Said I needed HOA approval. I pointed to the landscaping clause. Totally within my rights. She threatened legal action. I offered to let her speak to my lawyer. She stormed off. For 3 glorious days, the crew worked non-stop. Cheryl tried noise complaints, property line arguments. She even brought out a lawyer in a wrinkled suit to rant about historic parking use. I put my real lawyer on speaker. Took him 3 minutes to shut it all down. And then came the final touch. A black wrought iron gate with a keypad. Locked. Then I mounted a custom sign, dead center in view of Cheryl's front window. Private courtyard, no parking. Violators will be prosecuted. With the last stone set and the crew gone, I stepped out onto my new patio with a fresh cup of coffee. What had once been a driveway stolen by Cheryl's social life was now peaceful, beautiful, mine. Cheryl, she didn't scream. She just watched, pale, silent, powerless. Her Thursday parties fizzled. Guests now had to walk blocks just to reach her door. And slowly, her suburban empire crumbled. Then came the encore. The HOA announced board elections. One brave neighbor, finally sick of Cheryl's reign, decided to run against her. It started with quiet flyers. But once I got involved, things accelerated. See, during all that chaos, I'd quietly installed cameras. Just in case. Footage of Cheryl instructing her guests to park in my driveway? Check. Her slicing my rope divider with garden shears? Oh yeah. I passed it to the new candidate, who made sure to present it at the next board meeting. Cheryl was destroyed. She lost in a landslide. And with a new board came consequences. Suddenly, Cheryl started getting warning letters. Overgrown bushes, trash bins, holiday lights. The same rules she once weaponized were now coming for her. And the final blow? Another neighbor, who'd been documenting Cheryl's harassment, for years, filed a civil suit. Guess who supplied the smoking gun footage and testimony? Yup, me. The court ordered Cheryl to pay $5,000. The day she got the papers, she dropped her coffee mug on the sidewalk and shattered it. I watched as she quietly swept it up, probably scared the new board. Would fine her for sidewalk debris. I leaned back, took a sip of mint tea, and smiled. Sometimes revenge doesn't shout. It's brick, mortar, silence, and peace. If you like this story of HOA chaos and silent revenge, drop a comment, tap that like button, and hit subscribe for more stories where justice is served, quietly. One lawn, one gate, one brick at a time. Thanks for listening.